Did you know that just one electrical mistake can destroy your RV or even put your life at risk? Too many RV owners make these critical errors without realizing the danger. In this video, we're breaking down the most deadly electrical mistakes every RVer needs to know. Let's get rolling. Using an undersized power cord with your RV is a dangerous shortcut that puts your safety at risk. When you connect a 30-amp RV to a 15-amp cord, you're asking the smaller cord to handle more electrical current than it was designed for, a recipe for disaster. Undersized cords overheat quickly when carrying too much current. This overheating can melt the insulation, cause sparking, or even start a fire. The situation becomes more dangerous when multiple appliances run simultaneously, increasing the electrical load on an already strained cord. The danger extends beyond the cord itself. Overheating can damage your RV's entire electrical system, leading to costly repairs or, worse, a catastrophic fire. These fires often start in hidden areas, making them difficult to detect before spreading. Prevention is simple. Always match your power cord to your RV's requirements. If your RV needs 30 amps, use a quality 30-amp cord. Look for cords with built-in surge protection for added safety against power spikes. While inexpensive cords from general retailers might seem appealing, the risk isn't worth the small savings. Invest in a heavy-duty, properly rated RV extension cord from a reputable manufacturer. Ensure it's specifically designed for outdoor use, as exposure to weather can degrade lower-quality materials. When it comes to RV electrical safety, never compromise. Using the right power cord protects your investment and, more importantly, keeps you and your fellow travelers safe. Regular inspection for wear and tear adds an extra layer of protection. Plugging too many devices into a single RV outlet is a common but dangerous practice that many owners overlook. This risk is particularly high in older RVs with outdated electrical systems that weren't designed for today's power-hungry devices. Most RV outlets can only handle 15 to 20 amps of current. When you connect multiple high-wattage appliances like microwaves, coffee makers, and space heaters simultaneously, you're forcing the outlet to deliver more power than it can safely manage. This excessive current causes wires to overheat, potentially degrading insulation and creating fire hazards. Older RVs face greater risks since their wiring systems weren't built for modern electronics. Years of use can make insulation brittle and connections loose, making these systems more vulnerable to overheating when stressed by multiple devices. To protect your RV, know your electrical capacity and never exceed the amperage rating of your outlets. Use power strips with built-in surge protection to distribute electrical loads more safely and provide automatic shutdown if overheating occurs. Avoid daisy-chaining multiple power strips or extension cords together. This dangerous practice might seem convenient, but dramatically increases fire risk. Instead, strategically place individual power strips where needed most. Regularly inspect outlets and wiring for warning signs like scorch marks, melted plastic, or burning smells. Consider upgrading to GFCI outlets for additional protection against electrical shocks and fires. Respecting your RV's electrical limitations isn't just about preventing damage, it's about protecting lives. Managing your power usage properly ensures safer, worry-free adventures on the road. Loose connections and frayed wires represent one of the most dangerous electrical hazards in RVs, yet they often go undetected until it's too late. The constant vibration from traveling on rough roads, combined with temperature fluctuations and general wear and tear, makes RVs particularly vulnerable to these issues. When electrical connections loosen, they create resistance points that generate excessive heat. This heat can melt wire insulation, cause dangerous arcing, or ignite nearby materials. Similarly, frayed wires expose bare conductors, increasing risks of short circuits and electrical shocks that can quickly escalate from minor problems to catastrophic failures. Several warning signs indicate potential wiring issues: flickering lights, unusual burning smells, scorch marks near outlets, warm switches, or frequently tripping breakers. Recognizing these symptoms early can prevent serious emergencies. To protect your RV, conduct comprehensive wiring inspections at least twice yearly, focusing on high vibration areas like power panels, connection points, under-chassis wiring, and battery terminals. Your inspection should include visual checks for exposed wires, tightening loose connections, testing voltage consistency with a multimeter, and listening for unusual electrical sounds like humming or crackling. If you discover problems, immediately disconnect from power sources before attempting repairs. Replace damaged cables with RV-grade wiring, and don't hesitate to consult a certified RV electrician for complex issues. Remember that these electrical problems aren't mere inconveniences. They're safety hazards that put you and your RV at serious risk. Regular maintenance and prompt attention to wiring issues are essential investments in your safety and peace of mind on the road. Using standard household extension cords to power your RV is a dangerous shortcut that many owners mistakenly make. This seemingly innocent decision can lead to serious safety hazards that put both your vehicle and loved ones at risk. Household extension cords are typically rated for only 10 to 15 amps and constructed with thinner gauge wiring. In contrast, RV systems often demand 30 to 50 amps of power. When high-consumption appliances like air conditioners, microwaves, and space heaters draw current through these inadequate cords, they quickly overheat, potentially melting insulation and creating fire hazards. The consequences extend beyond just overheating. You may experience dangerous power fluctuations that damage sensitive electronics, sudden circuit interruptions from tripped breakers, and even electrical shock risks from deteriorated cords with exposed wiring. RV-rated extension cords are specifically engineered with thicker gauge wires, usually 10 gauge or larger, to safely handle higher amperage loads for extended periods. These specialized cords feature weather-resistant materials to withstand outdoor conditions, durable insulation that resists heat degradation, and integrated safety features like molded plugs and strain relief. Even for quick fixes or powering seemingly low-demand devices, the convenience of grabbing a household cord isn't worth the risk. Always match your cord's amp rating to your RV's requirements, regularly inspect for wear, use the shortest length possible, and protect cords from physical damage. If you've been using household cords, immediately disconnect them and check for signs of heat damage or melting. Replace them with proper RV-rated cords before reconnecting any appliances. Remember, when it comes to RV electrical safety, using the right equipment isn't optional. It's essential for preventing potentially catastrophic consequences. Failing to establish a proper ground connection is one of the most dangerous electrical mistakes RV owners make. Unlike permanent homes, RVs frequently connect to different power sources, increasing the risk of improper grounding. This oversight can lead to severe electrical hazards, including potentially fatal electric shocks. The purpose of grounding is to provide a safe path for excess electrical current to dissipate into the earth. Without proper grounding, any fault in your RV's electrical system can energize the entire metal frame, creating a serious shock hazard. Several factors contribute to grounding problems in RVs: faulty campground outlets, DIY wiring mistakes, worn or corroded connections, using non-grounded adapters, and improperly grounded portable generators. Watch for warning signs of grounding issues: a tingling sensation when touching metal surfaces, flickering lights, frequently tripping breakers, burning smells, or ground fault circuit interrupters, GFCIs, that won't reset. GFCIs play a crucial role in RV electrical safety by cutting off power when a fault is detected, but they must be properly connected and tested regularly to function correctly. Test them by pressing the test button, which should trip the outlet, then reset and verify power restoration. To maintain proper grounding, use a quality surge protector with ground fault indicators, inspect campground outlets with a circuit analyzer before connecting, consult professionals for electrical issues rather than attempting DIY fixes, and properly ground portable generators. If you experience shocks, tingling sensations, or frequent GFCI trips, immediately unplug your RV, avoid touching metal components, and call a professional for inspection. Remember that proper grounding isn't just a technical detail, it's essential protection that could save your life. Attempting to rewire your RV without proper expertise is one of the most hazardous mistakes RV owners make. While the desire to save money on repairs is understandable, amateur electrical work can lead to devastating consequences, including fires, injuries, or even fatalities. RV electrical systems are uniquely complex, combining two distinct power systems: 12-volt DC circuits that power essential systems when off-grid, and 120-volt, 240-volt AC circuits for major appliances when connected to shore power or generators. These systems intersect at converters and inverters, creating potential dangers when improperly handled. DIY electrical work introduces numerous risks: electric shock hazards that can be fatal, fire risks from improper wiring, damage to sensitive electronics, voided warranties, and possible code violations that could result in fines or campground rejections. Amateur electricians frequently make critical errors, using incorrect wire gauges that can overheat, creating loose connections that may arc and spark, neglecting proper grounding, overloading circuits beyond their capacity, mixing incompatible AC/DC components, and skipping essential safety checks. The consequences can be severe. Numerous RV fires have been traced to faulty DIY wiring jobs. In one tragic case, an improperly wired inverter with inadequate grounding caused a fire that completely destroyed an RV. Certified RV technicians bring specialized knowledge of load calculations, code compliance, proper installation techniques, and comprehensive safety testing. While professional help may seem expensive initially, it's significantly less costly than repairing fire damage or medical bills from electrical injuries. If you must handle minor electrical issues, always disconnect all power sources first, use properly insulated tools, verify circuits are dead with a multimeter before touching wires, document all work performed, and recognize your limitations. Remember, your safety and investment are worth the cost of professional expertise. Don't risk catastrophic consequences by attempting complex electrical work without proper training and knowledge. A power surge can devastate your RV's electrical system in seconds. Without proper protection, your appliances fail, lights go dark, and you face expensive repairs or even fire hazards. This risk threatens anyone who neglects to use a surge protector. Power surges occur from various sources: lightning strikes, unreliable campground power, generator fluctuations, grid problems after outages, and faulty pedestal wiring. These events can instantly destroy your RV's electrical components. The damage from a single surge can be comprehensive. Appliances burn out, wiring insulation melts, inverters and converters fail, and control panels become useless. Surge protectors detect these voltage spikes and immediately cut power before damage occurs. RV owners can choose between basic surge protectors for high-voltage events or electrical management systems, EMS, that also guard against low-voltage, wiring faults, and reverse polarity. Both come in portable models for connection at the pedestal or hardwired versions installed in your RV. Common surge protection mistakes include using no protection, buying unreliable budget models, skipping installation just once, or failing to inspect protection devices regularly. When selecting a surge protector, ensure it matches your RV's amperage rating, offers voltage monitoring, provides weather resistance, and includes clear status indicators for potential issues. In a documented Florida incident, a single power surge damaged multiple RVs, destroying appliances and causing fires in some vehicles. Those with surge protectors avoided all damage, while others faced thousands in repair costs. Don't risk your RV's electrical system by neglecting this critical protection. The modest investment in a quality surge protector is minimal compared to the devastating costs of electrical system repairs or fire damage. Corroded battery terminals might seem like a minor issue, but this overlooked maintenance problem can lead to significant electrical failures in your RV. That harmless-looking white or greenish powder on your terminals can cause power loss, electrical shorts, and even complete battery failure, potentially leaving you stranded during your travels. Battery terminal corrosion occurs due to a chemical reaction between battery acid and metal terminals, creating sulfate buildup. The consequences of ignoring this issue are serious. Corroded terminals disrupt electrical connections, causing dim lights and failing appliances. They create unintended electrical pathways leading to short circuits, increase resistance causing faster battery drain, weaken terminal connections to the point of failure, and in severe cases, can create fire hazards when combined with leaking battery acid. Watch for warning signs: difficulty starting your RV, Electrical malfunctions like flickering lights, visible powdery buildup around terminals, a rotten egg smell indicating acid leakage, or excessively hot terminals during use. Fortunately, cleaning corroded terminals is straightforward. With safety goggles, gloves, a wire brush, baking soda solution, and anti-corrosion spray, you can restore proper connections. Always disconnect power sources first. Clean with baking soda to neutralize acid, scrub until shiny, dry thoroughly, and apply protective spray before reconnecting. To prevent future corrosion, inspect terminals regularly, use felt washers soaked in anti-corrosion solution, avoid overcharging, and maintain proper battery water levels. This simple maintenance task takes just minutes but can prevent unexpected breakdowns and expensive repairs. By keeping your battery terminals clean and protected, you'll ensure reliable power for all your RV adventures. Using the wrong size fuse in your RV might seem like a minor issue, but this common mistake can have serious consequences. Many RV owners replace a blown fuse with a higher amperage one to prevent frequent blowouts, not realizing this simple fix can lead to overheating, electrical fires, and system failure. Proper fuse replacement isn't just about convenience, it's an essential safety measure. Fuses are critical safeguards in your RV's electrical system. They protect circuits by breaking current flow when it exceeds safe levels, designed to blow before your wiring or devices are damaged. When electricity flows through the thin wire inside a fuse, it melts during an overload, cutting power and preventing damage. The dangers of using incorrect fuses are significant. When you replace a 15-amp fuse with a 30-amp one, your wiring becomes the weakest link. Instead of the fuse blowing as intended, wires can overheat and ignite. Higher-rated fuses allow more current than circuits can safely handle, potentially causing fires as wiring insulation ignites. Additionally, your electrical components can suffer permanent damage, warranties may be voided, and you'll likely experience inconsistent electrical performance. Common situations where fuse mistakes occur include emergency repairs, where any available fuse is used, misunderstanding that higher ratings aren't more durable, lacking proper spare parts, and DIY electrical modifications without understanding load requirements. To replace fuses safely, disconnect all power sources, locate your fuse box, check the amperage rating on the old fuse or in your manual, inspect the blown fuse for visible damage, install a replacement with identical amperage, and test the circuit after installation. If a new fuse blows immediately, don't keep replacing it. This indicates deeper electrical problems like short circuits, overloaded circuits, faulty appliances, or ground faults. Disconnect all devices on that circuit and reconnect them individually to identify the problem, or consult a professional. Remember, never compromise on fuse specifications. Using the correct fuse is a small but crucial part of RV electrical safety that protects your investment and your life. Leaving your RV inverter on when not in use is a common but potentially hazardous mistake. Though it might seem convenient, this habit can lead to serious issues including overheating, battery drain, and even system damage. Inverters are essential components that convert 12-volt DC power from your RV batteries into 120-volt AC power for household appliances. However, they aren't designed to run continuously without a load. Even when no appliances are actively using power, inverters still consume energy to maintain operational readiness. This continuous operation creates several risks. First, inverters naturally generate heat during operation, and without proper ventilation, they can overheat, damaging internal components and reducing lifespan. Second, the idle current draw slowly depletes your battery bank, potentially leaving you without power when needed and even damaging batteries. Third, overheated inverters in poorly ventilated areas create fire hazards, especially when dust accumulates around the unit. Finally, unnecessary operation causes premature wear on system components, potentially leading to blown fuses or tripped breakers. Watch for warning signs of inverter issues: a hot casing, faster than normal battery depletion, unusual humming or buzzing sounds, inverter alarms, or frequently blown fuses. To prevent problems, develop these habits. Turn off your inverter when AC power isn't needed. Install a power monitor to track usage. Ensure proper ventilation around your inverter. Consider an automatic transfer switch that cuts inverter power when shore power is available. Choose energy-efficient inverters with low idle draw and perform routine maintenance to check connections and efficiency. If your inverter overheats, turn it off immediately, check ventilation, inspect for damage, allow cooling time, test briefly after cooling, and consult a professional if problems persist. One full-time RVer learned this lesson the hard way when their constantly running inverter drained batteries overnight and caused the cooling fan to fail. The repair and battery replacement cost over $800, an expensive reminder of proper inverter management. Poor wire management is one of the most overlooked electrical safety issues in RVs. Running wires through tight spaces without adequate protection can lead to significant damage over time, compromising your electrical system and increasing risks of shorts, fires, and expensive repairs. RV electrical systems endure constant vibration, movement, and environmental stress. When wires aren't properly managed, they rub against sharp edges, metal components, or each other. This friction gradually wears down insulation, exposing bare wires and creating serious hazards. Electrical shorts when exposed wires contact metal, fire risks from sparking near flammable materials, system failures that leave critical functions inoperative, and costly repairs that often require dismantling hard-to-reach areas. Common wire management mistakes include leaving wires exposed without protective sheathing, using inadequate fasteners that allow movement during travel, routing wires through metal cutouts without grommets, leaving wires unsupported, overcrowding bundles causing overheating, and using temporary fixes like duct tape that quickly deteriorate. Watch for warning signs: visibly frayed or cracked insulation, loose or drooping cables, abrasion marks where wires contact surfaces, electrical issues like flickering lights or blown fuses, and unusual burning odors indicating overheating. Implement these best practices. Use protective materials like split loom tubing, corrugated conduit, and heat-resistant sleeves. Secure wires properly with cable ties, clamps, and mounts. Avoid sharp bends that stress insulation. Route wires away from areas with vibration, heat, or moisture. Install rubber grommets when passing wires through holes. And perform routine inspections to catch problems early. In one real case, an RV owner experienced complete power failure because a single unprotected wire running through metal conduit had worn down, causing a short circuit that disabled lighting and appliance systems. Simple protection with wire loom and proper securing would have prevented this breakdown. Remember, proper wire management isn't just organizational. It's essential safety maintenance that protects your RV's electrical integrity and prevents dangerous conditions that could threaten your vehicle and passengers. Keeping your RV safe doesn't have to be complicated. Just knowing these mistakes makes all the difference. Have you encountered any of these issues before? Drop your story in the comments. We'd love to learn from your experiences. And don't miss our next video. It's packed with more must-know tips for RV owners. Click here to keep learning and stay safe on the road.